Okay, this is a really important page so that we're able to work on graphing. The main thing that we were having issues with was amplitude, and that amplitude is always positive. Okay, so I'm just going to go straight through and do all my amplitudes. My first problem is going to be a 5. My second problem is going to be a 4. The next one is going to be a 2. And then I get stuck because there's not a coefficient in front of cosine. So what I have to remember there is that if I don't have something written, it's an understood 1 being multiplied. Like that. So that amplitude will be 1. Same thing is happening in the next problem. I have an amplitude of 1. And then I have an amplitude of 2. Once I've used that number, it's really not going to matter for the rest of the problem. I was really impressed with overall how well we did with the period. The period is always 2 pi over the coefficient of x. So in the first problem, it's going to be 2 pi over 2, which is pi. The next one, the coefficient is 1. So it's just 2 pi over 1, which is 2 pi. The next one is a little trickier. If you look outside the parentheses, I have a coefficient of 1, so that means my period hasn't changed from the standard. It's just 2 pi. The next one, we have the fraction, so 2 pi divided by 1/2, you're going to multiply by the reciprocal. Let me do this at the bottom. 2 pi over 1/2 is equal to 2 pi times the reciprocal of 1/2, which is just 2. So my period is 4 pi. Oops. So that was 2 pi. This is 4 pi. The next one I have 1/3. So I need to do 2 pi over 1/3, which is 2 pi times the reciprocal of 1/3, which is 3. So that gives me a period of 6 pi. And the last one, I have a coefficient of 3. So it's just going to be 2 pi over 3. I can't simplify that at all. Some of us miss the instructions that if it's translated to give the direction and the amount. In the first one, do I have any adding or subtracting? No. In the second one, do I have any adding or subtracting? No. Look at the next one. Do I have any adding or subtracting? Yes, I am adding a 3. Look at the next one. I'm adding a 5. This is a positive 5, not a negative 5. I didn't even follow my instructions. So the 3 would have been up 3, and the 5 will be up 5. The next one is a negative 1, so that means it will be down 1. And then I have a negative 6, so that means it will be down 6. Horizontal shifts will be inside your parentheses with the x. So in my first two problems, I'm not adding or subtracting anything to the x, so there's no horizontal shift. In the next one, I do have a horizontal shift to the parentheses, and when you're inside your function, it does the opposite, so this is actually going to go to the right pi. And the next one is going to go to the left pi over 4. And the next one will go to the right pi over 2. And the next one will go to the left pi. Last, we're looking at whether it's been reflected. Reflected means that the coefficient of cosine or sine is negative. So in the first problem, this is a positive 5. So it is not reflected. The next one, though, is a negative 4. So it is reflected over the x-axis. The next one is a positive 2. So it is not reflected. I have a negative cosine. So it is reflected. I have a positive sine. So it's not reflected. And I have a negative cosine. So it is reflected. So notice, if you look at my lovely marked up first part of the table, each thing is only being used once. So you should only be using each part of your equation one time. You don't use the amplitude and then use that same number somewhere else.